will try to learn how to customize different background properties using CSS inside our HTML. So when we learn HTML, we have learned how to add a background color, and then again we have learned how to add a background image. So in CSS we have more attributes than our sample HTML. Alright, so let's get started here. Okay, so the first thing is to add a background color. Alright, so the background color properties is specify the background color of an element. So if you want to add a background to your pages, we have to use the property name as a background color. Alright, so let's see an example here. Out here we have a one HTML page, and then I have used internal CSS. Alright, so if you wish to use external CSS, you can go ahead with that one. Alright, so out here we have set the body. After that, since we want to change the background color, we just have to give background color as a property, and then you have to give the value the color you want as its value, so the output will look like this. Alright, so this is how to add your background color to your body of your pages. Alright, so the property name is background color. The next one is CSS background image. So apart from the color, if you want to use an image, we have to use the property name as background image. Alright, so the background image property will specify an image to use as the background of an element, and then by default the image is repeated, so it covers the entire element, and then the background image for this can be set like this. So by default, whenever we use an image as a background image, it will repeat by itself. If the image is too small, it will be repeated both in the y-axis and then x-axis by itself. Alright, so example out here, to set a body background image, we have to use the property name as background image, after that URL, folder name, after that the name of your image you want to set as your background image. Alright, so suppose if your HTML pages or CSS pages is in the same folder, you do not have to specify the folder name, you just have to write your image name. So out here the linking of your image is same as how we link different images, audio, videos, or how we link HTML. It is similar. Alright, we have to give the full file path where it is we have to point it to the exact location or the file which we want to use it. Alright, so out here, since my CSS file or HTML file and then image is in different folder, I have given the folder name where my image I want to use is. Alright, so this is the output, how it will look like inside your browser. Alright, so after setting your background color or background image, we have a CSS background repeat. So whenever you use an image as a background, alright, by default the background image property repeats an image both horizontally and vertically. Right, like I have said, by default the image, it will keep repeating and both y-axis and then x-axis to cover your entire web page or to entire browser. Alright, so to repeat the background image only horizontally, background repeat x is used. Right, so like if you want to repeat your background image only in horizontally, we have to give the value repeat x, or else if you want to repeat your background only vertically, we have to write repeat y. Alright, so let's look into an example. Out here in our example, we have set our background image. Right, after that, if you want to repeat only horizontally, we have to write background repeat x. Alright, after that, to repeat an image vertically, we have to change this value to repeat y. Alright, so showing the background image only once is also specified by the background repeat property. Alright, so the show the image only once, that means to not to repeat your background image, we can set this background repeat property to no repeat. Alright, so again the next one is we have CSS background position. So from where and how you want to position your background, we can use the property background position. All right, so the background position property is used to specify the position of the background image. So in our example out here, we have an image as a background, we have a background repeat as no repeat. After that, we have set our position to right top. So if we give the value right top or bottom left and so on, this will position the background image in the right top right corner. All right, so after positioning your background, we have here is CSS background attachment. So the background attachment property, it will specify whether the background image should scroll or be fixed. Right, if will not scroll with the rest of the page, if we keep it to fix. All right, if we set the value to scroll, whenever you scroll down your web pages, the background also will be scrolled. If we keep it fixed, it will not scroll along with the contents of your HTML pages when you scroll your page. So in our example out here, we have a background image, no repeat, right top. After that, we have set the background attachment as a fix. That means it will not scroll. But however, right, if you set the background attachment value to be scroll to the specify that the background image should scroll with the rest of the page. That means instead of fix, if we change the value to scroll, the background will also scroll along with the rest of different contents inside our HTML pages. So that is how we can add a background image or background color, and then we can set different positions, or we can repeat, or we cannot repeat, or if you want to scroll it, or if you want to keep it fixed for your background image. Those are the steps you can follow. All right, so thank you so much, and then see you in the next class.